It's time for Monday Mirages, and that's real. All right. Goz picks things happened over the weekend, maybe why he's bleeding, and we try to make sense of it all.
Real or Mirage, the Cavaliers will get any closer to winning an NBA Finals game.
Real, I think they'll get close. I think they'll still lose, but they'll get close in Game 3. They'll get real close.
All right, let's redefine the word close. Are we talking within single digits? Are we talking within 20 points?
Probably cover the spread, so I'll say within single digits. I don't know what it is yet.
Last night it was 10 points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it'll be closer. It'll probably be like 6 because they're in Cleveland. So it's 3.
Woo! 3-point underdogs they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'll be within 5. I don't know if they get to 3, but they'll get within 5.
I'll get them within 9. So I'd probably go real as well because it's not a 20-point blowout. But the Cavaliers.
You don't think they'll win a game now?
I'm going to stick by my thought that they'll win Game 4. When the Warriors go up 3-0, the Cavaliers will fight back, and they'll win, and probably win convincingly, because Durant and Curry and Thompson won't play as much, and then the storyline going into the next game will be, can they do it down 3-0? Because last year they were down 3-1. That'll be the storyline for a couple hours, and then they'll finish it off.
Just because I need it, I'm going to say they win Game 3. I don't know how good I feel about that.
I want the Cavaliers to win, too. Because it's actually probably better for the NBA if the Cavaliers win. Because then super teams won't
care about the NBA. I care about me standing on a street corner with a sandwich board with Roger Weiland's face on it. That's what I care about. So let's go Cavs.
Real Mirage, Kevin Durant's been the MVP of the finals the past 2 games.
That's real. That's real. He is. I mean, I've always known he was good, but I think when you see him on the court with the greatest, you just see that he's there. Like people saying he's better than LeBron, you're wrong. You're just wrong. But he is better than I thought he was, and it makes me really, really sad that he left OKC. Because I think if anybody could have beat the Warriors, it would have been him.
LeBron is still great. Again, dropping a triple-double in the third quarter yesterday is insane. But this is the first time maybe since the Dallas Mavericks series way back in 2011.
All the way back.
Where there's really somebody out on the court playing against LeBron James in the NBA Finals where you think he can be the best guy on the court at times. Now, LeBron in 2015, even though the Warriors win the NBA Finals that year, LeBron should have won the NBA Finals MVP over Iguodala, but the Warriors as a team, there was nobody really having a breakthrough finals. Durant's having it right now. The answer is real, and I think he's going to continue this effort because
who's going to stop him?
Right. Who's going to stop him, 1? And 2, he knows the criticism would be, oh, I'm just jumping on somebody's coattails here for a championship. He wants to say, no. They need me. Watch what I'm going to do to win these finals. This is the reason I signed to be here.
Can you imagine if OKC could have added anybody, just anybody to him and Westbrook?
They were up 3-1 last year against the Warriors. They were that close to finishing off that team.
He plays, I think he's gotten better at defense, or at least he's paying more attention to defense now that he's there, and he knows he doesn't have to put up all the points and stuff, because defensively, he's just frightening. He's so good.
We had a caller call in earlier and say the reason why Golden State, this year's team, can't be considered one of the great teams of all time is that they lost to the Spurs during the regular season, and the Spurs had a 26-point lead against them in the playoffs. Well, you can't.
They still won that game.
Right, they still won the game. We can't do that argument in comparison to last year's team when they lost so many games leading up to the NBA Finals. Real and Mirage, Albert Pujols is the greatest right-handed hitter in Major League Baseball history. We're talking about guys like Hank Aaron's in that mix, Frank Robinson's in that mix, Willie Mays.
I gotta go. No, I'm gonna go Mirage. I'm gonna keep Hank Aaron and Willie Mays ahead of him. I mean, I didn't see them play, but just the consistency of Aaron and the stories of Willie Mays' hits. Like you know, you hear some guys say, well, when the bat touches the ball, it just makes a different sound. Like, Willie Mays was one of those guys where, like, you never had to look. Okay, it's gone. You know what I mean? So, I think he might be the greatest right now, but not all time.
Right now, Buster only took a poll of that same question of who you believe is the greatest right-handed hitter of all time. Hank Aaron, 30%, but it gets pretty close after that. Willie Mays, 21%. Miguel Cabrera at 20%. Also considered Manny Ramirez and Mike Trout. I wonder if what would have happened if Manny wasn't PED filled and all of that, where he would have ranked. And I wonder if we do this same question again in 10 years, how much more support Mike Trout may have. It may be Mike Trout, but I'm with you as well. I go Mirage, just for the longevity of Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. It's tough to keep those guys out of the equation as the best right-handed hitter of all time. They were just so good for so long.
And, like, baseball was so different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to stay back. Maybe Willie Mays is my number one.
Real or Mirage? Derek Fisher will get a job in the NBA again. Just a single job. Real or Mirage?
Mirage. I could see him getting a job on some weird, like, TV program or something like that, or Good Morning L.A. or something. I don't know. But if I'm the NBA, he'd have to take something like in the league office, something out of the spotlight for a while, prove he's not a knucklehead, and then maybe come back.
Mirage as well for me. I don't know what NBA franchise is going to want to trust him with his off-the-court issues. And again, people have been hired before in the NBA with off-the-court issues, but something feels different about Derek Fisher because it's happened. You can go far back as when he played for the Utah Jazz. That was weird. Why did he do that? He's hooking up with Mac Barnes' wife? Mm-hmm. He's getting busted for DUI. He's doing terrible with the Knicks right now. Some of it may have not been his fault his first year, but there's too many things involved. And this was a guy who was loved by his fellow guys in the NBA. He was the players' rep for so many years. Does Derek Fisher's fall remind you of Tiki Barber at all? Because it was a guy who was set up to be really good in his next step of his life, and then whatever reasons, things went the wrong way.
Reminds me more of Tiger Woods.
More Tiger than Tiki, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, almost identical. Like, being with a woman you probably shouldn't be with. That cost you some stuff, and then DUI, like the same month. Like,
it's the same thing, yeah.
Or like a week or two away or whatever. So,
but Tiger was a super, I guess Tiki, yeah.
I mean, Fisher was big.
Yeah, 5 championships, yeah.
He hit he turned around and nailed that shot in like under 4 seconds. That was
0.4,
yeah.
The legendary shot there.
Yeah.
Two more for you here. Real or Mirage? It's time to be concerned about the Chicago Cubs.
Mirage. They've just got so much talent. They're going to be fine. The pitching makes me a little suspect, but they seem to be able to step up when they need to. You know what the Cubs are? They're what the Yankees. I thought the Yankees are going to be this year, but the Yankees pitching has been better. I think they'll be fine. Joe Madden will just turn around and make them all believe they're goats or something, and they'll win. It'll be weird.
One season changes everything about the Cubs. Because if this was 2016 before the World Series championship, I truly feel like people nationally would be freaking out. Yeah. They'd be like, wait, whoa, the Cubs are supposed to win the World Series. Why are they right now trailing the Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central? Why, if the season ended today, the Cubs would not be in the playoffs? Why are they 4 games back in the wild card and just a game over 500? Because the World Series has happened, people think, well, the Cubs will figure it out. They'll be okay. And they do have a lot of talent. And maybe they, at some point, catch the Brewers in the summer. But as of right now, if you're a Cubs fan, you at least got to have an itch and think, why are we struggling? Why? I mean, we're supposed to be a dynasty in Major League Baseball right now. We shouldn't be this bad.
Yeah, we should be losing to the Yankees in the World Series, but no. No, not going to happen.
The Nationals might be doing that instead, or somebody else.
Yeah,
Who knows? The Dodgers,
that was what I picked.
Yeah, you did have that preseason.
I had the Yankees taking on the Nationals and taking them down in the World Series. Look at you remembering things.
I had the Astros, and I'm trying to remember my team.
Bad.
I'm trying to remember my team in the National League now. I don't think it was the Nationals. I think it was it was not the Mets. I had them the year before. It may have been the Cubs. I know who has our pick. Brittany and Jason over at CBS 6 UW15. Last one here. Real and Mirage. We should go see the new Wonder Woman movie.
Real. Especially, like, we do a drive-in or something. We get 2 movies, whatever. I'm intrigued. I originally thought I wasn't going to like it, but it looks like she actually fights a supervillain and stuff. Because historically, DC's big mistake over Marvel, I'm going to nerd out a little bit. Like in Marvel, you fight Apocalypse, or you fight Magneto, or you fight a villain. And then, like, DC, I fight a rock. Because I'm Superman, and the only thing that can stop me is kryptonite. We're like, now they're starting to get the formula. Like, people want to see a blockbuster fight, and there's some weird chick in this fight that Wonder Woman fights. It looks pretty cool.
I was against it as well, but I keep getting these text messages. People are saying, like, you got to go see Wonder Woman. I'm like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah, no, it's really good. I think you had told me that when it first hit theaters, Rotten Tomatoes, the grade on it was the best of any comic book movie ever made. Any comic book movie, any
Avengers,
crazy.
Batman versus Superman.
Huge reviews to get something like that.
Yep.
So I've heard it's got great reviews. That plus, man, if you look at the summer movie lineup, this should be the time from May to August where you get some of the most exciting movies of the year. There's not a lot of movies I want to see. There's that one movie coming out with Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell. It's like Bringing Down the House or something. That's about it. Everything else is like remakes or wannabes. Like there's a wannabe Hangover movie coming out with like Kate McKinnon and all of them.
Oh, yeah. Like Girls' Night or something like that.
Now we're on like Thor 5 or something. This might have to be in the rotation now for a movie I see this summer.
There's a lot of this Thor Ragnarok's coming out. That'll be good.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to go real here. At some point, I'll watch the Wonder Woman movie.
Absolutely.
Robin Wright's in it too, by the way, who I love on House of Cards. Finished that up over the weekend.
You already watched the whole thing?
Yeah. It
just came out.
I know. It was not an exciting weekend. But House of Cards is good, man. Season 5.
I need to watch it, Real or Mirage.
Oh, real.
Okay.
All right. Real.
All right.
We got a lot to talk about. I have a lot of questions.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I want to start asking you the questions.
I don't have the answers.
I know you don't. It's the hardest to keep it in.
Dude, every show I watched last night, because I watched the finals, and then I caught up on everything else. Dude, it was the craziest night of television. I watched the series finale of The Leftovers, and anybody who can make sense of that show, God bless you. Send me a tweet. Let me explain it all to me. And then I showed you the spoon scene from Fear the Walking Dead.
You showed people in our office the spoon scene of The Walking Dead, and I acted like I had stuff to do. It's the most disgusting
thing I've ever seen on
Woods ran television. Right over. Brian Cody from our sister station was like, guys, come on, turn around, man. The guys turned off the lights.
If you didn't see it last night, I won't say anything. I'll give you 24 hours of non-spoiler. It is one of the most intense, disgusting scenes. Like, every time I see it, like, my eyes water. Like, it's that bad. Causing me that kind of pain.
So think about all that, and then remember, one of our interns, his first date was today, and he was going to walk into the building at that moment. That was going to be his first. Hey, here's 104.5, the team in somebody's face getting spooned.
Yeah.
Is that not the right way to say it? Is that what happened?
I know. That's how it'll be said. Henceforth, that is how that scene shall be taken care of.